Hi there, and welcome to this Hockey Inside Out Show bonus edition. I'm Stu Cowan of the Gazette, and I'm joined by former Canadiens teammates and Stanley Cup champions Chris Nyland and Rick Green. This has been a pretty interesting preseason for Canadiens defenseman Arber Xhekaj. His last two games, he has 44 penalty minutes and 2 game misconducts. Knuckles, is this a case, you're a perfect guy to answer this question, is this a case of a player being undisciplined? Or has he done the right thing by sticking up for his teammates? Or how might you have handled this differently or the same?
I don't think much different, honestly. I don't have a problem with what he did. Listen, everybody cries and moans when someone gets taken advantage of. And then someone does something, everybody's, oh my God, he went overboard. He got kicked. You know what? I'm fine with that. It's exhibition season. Mm-hmm. Listen, he went after that kid. The kid shouldn't have turtled. And I don't buy the kid tried to hurt Line. He got caught flat-footed. He's a forward. Most guys would react that way. He didn't try and stick his knee out. He tried to react to him. It was unfortunate. And Line left himself wide open. The two of them collided. Unfortunate. So my thing is when Arber went after him, the kid should have dropped his gloves and fought him. He didn't. I don't have a problem with it. Last night, Kirby Dach gets hit high. You know, he just missed last season with an injury. He gets hit high. So Arber said, you want to play that way? We'll play that way. Listen, he got the elbow up a bit. He did make head contact, but the stick also hit his own stick. Stutzel hit him in the face. So I think that's why maybe you won't see the supplemental discipline. And listen, I don't have a problem with what he did. You're going to need that. If guys going to run around and do stuff like that, you know, you got a guy in the lineup. And listen, there's times you have to discipline yourself, and it's a fine line, you know, when you expect a guy to be there for his teammates, and sometimes he takes it a little too far. You have to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's doing it not for himself, for the team. And sometimes, you know, when the emotion is so high, you go a little bit too far and you touch the wires together.
That never happened to you, Knuckles.
I was just going to say, when I saw the wires touch with him, even though he was on my team, I got out of his way because he probably would have done something pretty crazy. And usually he did. But anyways, Xhekaj, you know, policing comes from within the group that they have. He responded in a way saying, you know what, we're not going to accept that. Maybe he could have been a little more selective on his timing of it, where the confrontation would have played out a little bit differently from the standpoint, we'll go face to face and we'll clean it up that way. But in the heat of the moment, as Nuck knows, watch out when the wires get connected, and you just get out of the way, because something bad is going to happen. And like I said, the worst thing that could happen is somebody think that they beat Knuckles up because he'd follow them home at
night. I agree with you. I think that hit on Line. I think it was a case of a minor league player playing against a really talented NHL player who would beat him, and he panicked and stuck out his knee. But it hit on Doc.
He was standing still, like he was flat-footed. And Line went to go outside, then he cut back, and the kid, you know, he don't want to get beat. He don't want to get embarrassed. And he did not stick his leg out and purposely try and hurt him. It was a bad collision. Unfortunate.
Yeah, and then the hit on Doc. I mean, after what Doc went through last season, and Xhekaj seeing that, you could see him.
Yeah, he was vulnerable, and the kid took a shot at him. You know, he was already tied up with a guy. You know, that was a little nasty. And, you know, okay, you want to do that to Kirby Dach, we'll do that to Stutzel. Oh, well.
And you got to give Doc full credit for, you know, saying, you know what, I don't accept this. I'm going to drop the gloves, and I'm going to make a statement for myself and my team. And good for this kid, you know. But I thought when he got nailed there, I said, oh, no, not another one, because I thought maybe concussion, or, you know, his head got jammed pretty good. But enough already. The game, it's getting a little bit ridiculous when I look at other teams throughout the league, and I look at the penalty minutes, and there's not stupidity that's going on when I see some other teams that are playing. It's exhibition.
Yeah.
Some guys want to make a statement, make statements in other ways, but sometimes things happen in the game where it's not necessarily intentional. It's just kind of a reaction, and guys get hurt. But a lot of the cheap stuff that goes on is there's no room for it in exhibition play. Nux and I both know that as veteran players or whatever, you don't want to really play exhibition games. You play a couple just to kind of tune yourself up. But the last thing you want to do is get into a fight and break a knuckle or, hurt yourself for the start of the regular season. And there's just been, unfortunately, too much of that stuff with the last few games, and they don't need it. Like, it means nothing. Maybe for them individually, think, I'm Mr. Tough Guy. I'm making a statement for myself and for the team, but there's no room for that kind of stuff.
Not a lot of key injuries in these preseason games. I know the NHL is talking now about eliminating 2 preseason games and extending the regular season 84, which would sort of make sense. And you're talking, Rick, about knuckles and the wires touching. Were you there when the wires touched and you guys ended up fighting in the hallway at Boston Garden outside the locker room?
Well, that was probably one of many for him, but yeah, he decided to. I don't know if it was O'Reilly or Linsman or whatever.
Linsman.
Yeah. And as you could see, the benches, which was bad news, were beside each other. So it was a quick transition from one bench to the other. So he,
There's a reason Kenny Linsman was called the Rat, right?
Crazy man.
Anyway, that's it for this Hockey Inside Out Show bonus episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the Hockey Inside Out YouTube channel. Go to MontrealGazette.com/newsletters to sign up for the Hockey Inside Out newsletter. And of course, go to HockeyInsideOut.com every day where you'll find all the latest Canadiens news. Hope you have a great day.